So yesterday or 2 days ago, I uploaded a short that said Minecraft for Windows has a memory leak, and some of the comments said that yeah, my GPU is maxed out. I have a good GPU, and oh yeah, I have a RAM leak too. So I decided to make this video to show you my settings and task manager so you can see my computer's specifications and how it's not just me. It's not just an isolated instant. This is the new update for Minecraft for Windows, aka Bedrock Minecraft, that is completely haywall. So I usually go here, Minecraft for Windows. For some reason, it always is like, yeah, you opened launcher, but yeah, there's no update as of now. So it's just like, yeah, just play. There's no update. I have it set to update automatically ASAP, but there's no option. So let me just bring up Task Manager for you to show you what the specs are, or well, system usage as of right now. Basically nothing, and here are my specs. A Ryzen 9 7945HX, 16 cores, 32 threads, boosts to over 5 gigahertz. As you can see, it's comfortably at 4. And then I have 6.5 gigs of RAM being used by the system right now, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. As you can see, I have 2 sticks at 5200 megatransfers per second, and of course, baller SSD, PCIe 4.0 if I remember correctly, and a baller GPU, an RTX 4070 laptop GPU with 8 gigs of VRAM, and gigabit Ethernet. So these specs sound great, and in all honesty, yeah, they are great specs, but there's a memory leak, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So we hit play and wait for it to pop up. There we go. Minecraft for Windows, already a gigabyte, and we're just at the menu. This is just the menu, guys, and we're almost at a gigabyte. So then I'm gonna show you my settings. This is my accessibility. I have no camera shake. I don't have hide sky flashes turned on. Glint is like basically minimum. Basic stuff. How to play, that doesn't matter. Keyboard and mouse, nothing important, nothing crazy. Then we have general, and still nothing that would. I even turned this off because I had lower FPS than usual. Nothing that would recommend, or well, nothing that would say, yeah, something's not right. Then we go to video. I have it set to custom, and I guess it automatically set it to vibrant visuals. I don't know why I can't do ray traced. I have RTX, but okay. I'll do simple, and then I'll set it to unlimited FPS, anti-aliasing 1, turn off beautiful skies, turn off smooth lighting, render distance 1 instead of 96. But we'll set it to 5. And here are all the other settings, nothing special. Camera shake off. Let's turn these off to FOV. Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. I have improved input response on because why wouldn't I? Allow in-game graphics mode switching. I'll turn it off to see if that changes anything, but I got a good feeling that it's not gonna help. Gamer tag, whatever that is. I hope it's not important. What is that? I don't know. Anyways, storage, like nothing crazy, just a bunch of Minecraft worlds, a world template, reels and craft, some resource packs, one behavior pack, English US, nothing of the interest here except for enable memory tier override set to super low. And that I did because it says that it'll use less RAM. It'll force Minecraft to use less RAM. Also, just by scrolling through those settings, we're already over a gigabyte. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna join this normal Minecraft world, and actually no, we're just gonna make a new world. We're just gonna make a new world, nothing special. We're gonna be in creative. There's nothing special about it. Just a normal Minecraft world, and we're gonna see what happens. And it's already at 1.5 gigs. That's concerning. But yeah, you can see my render distance is absolute dog water. Just dog water. Like this is not what I'd consider good graphics, but for some reason, for some unknown reason, RAM usage is like reasonable. Actually, no, it's actually slowly climbing. You know what I noticed? Just because I have a lower render distance, it's still gonna use up RAM. You know, it's slowly gonna go up and up. All I did was slow down the process. So, pretty much what I'm trying to say is, there's a memory leak, and it's probably got something to do with render distance, or the new, like, fancy graphics. Because my RAM usage is still going up. I'm standing still, right here, not doing anything, and my RAM usage is climbing. Why? I don't know. I will, however, speed up the process. I usually have render distance set to 16, which is less than I have on Java. And as you can see, setting it to 16, immediate jump to 2 gigs. You know, it's confusing because every time I did this, the RAM use just flies through the roof. Now we're at 2.2 gigs. Doesn't sound too bad, but I'm barely moving around, right? You know what another thing I noticed, the more interactions I do, like, the more I, like, interact this way, the more the RAM usage goes up, so it's just... Oh yeah, and I can click off the game. Like, mid-game, look. We're just doing that. I'm in full screen, everyone. I'm in full screen. See? I can just click out for some reason. I don't know why it's like that, but it just is. I don't know. But yeah, just... Oh my... I keep forgetting that happens. I just talked about it. But yeah, RAM usage is already at 2.4 gigs. That's a weird amount of RAM for Minecraft to be using. Now, I did lower the graphics all the way down, so let me set it to what I usually have my graphics at. Like, this is still the same. I have beautiful skies, smooth lighting, scroll down a bit more, fancy leaves. Too late to change that, but yeah, bam. This is what I usually have. 2.5 gigs. Could it be the new visuals? I mean, you saw now, it did climb a bit. You know, 2.5 gigs. Wait a minute. It was at 2.3 gigabytes on the menu, but it's... Actually, no, it's not even moving. I'm on the menu here, right? The apps menu. Well, world menu, and the RAM usage is stuck at 2.2. Boom, menu. It dropped a tiny bit. Actually, no, it just went back up. What the hell? Let me try the like, hold on. Vibrant visuals is like the new thing they have. I set the chunks to that. All of this is on minimum, by the way. Like off or minimum, bloom is 0, whatever the hell TAU is. Resolution, I always have it to native because I don't see the point in not having it native. But yeah, that's what Minecraft auto set my settings to, right? Let's create a new world again, creative. And we haven't even done anything. We're still at 2.2 gigs, right? Very weird. But yeah, boom, new world. Wow, that's laggy. GPU is at 36%. RAM usage is at 2.8. You can see it's climbing, right? Oh, wow, okay. Brother. Oh, that was annoying. Oh my god. Look, I actually can't play Minecraft even if I wasn't, like, having problems with memory leak. Because, like, even if I just move around, the game isn't, like, locked in. Look at that. Just leaks over the edge. What if I just No, same result. If I go all the way up? No. What? What if I make it smaller? Will that help? Oh my god, it helps. I can't have it full screen because it leaks over the edge onto my other monitors. What the hell? I can happily say, though, I don't think there's a memory leak problem anymore. Oh well. You never know. GPU is pegged. It's weird. A moment ago, I entered an older... Whoa. Wait, what if it's an older world problem? What if older worlds are screwed over because of this update? Hold on, let me check. Full screen again. By the way, we're still stuck at 3 gigabytes on the menu. So it's definitely, there's no doubt it's like a memory leak problem, because how are you stuck on 3 gigs on the menu when before you were like a good gigabyte, you know? This is one of my older worlds, right? Not that old, but still. It's before this update that brought vibrant visuals, you know? It's old enough, and it's chill. And it's still leaking my mouse over the edge. But yeah, nothing special here. I turned off vibrant visuals, if you saw. But, RAM usage is still over 3 gigs. GPU's at like 5%, which probably not a lot. I don't know. CPU's chugging. I don't know why. It's just bouncing. Look at that. And I'm not even doing anything. I'm just standing still. So, memory isn't like going to the wall like it usually did. But now we have different problems. My CPU is bouncing from like a couple of percent to over 10%. My GPU, this is probably fine. It's a 2K monitor. It's at 5% just from this game alone. And the mouse goes over the edge, as I showed before. But yeah, if you rewatch my YouTube short, you will see how the RAM just climbed until it reached max and had to dip into the page file. But now it's not climbing, but it's certainly not like going down. So there's definitely a problem with the memory. Like, you know, memory's not being like depleted when something's removed. So it just climbs over and over until you run out, and it just lags. But yeah, even with no memory leakage, even though clearly there's something wrong, this ruins it. This ruins the immersion. But yeah, look, it's just, I don't know what to tell you. Menu. I'm in the menu. The menu, and it's still 3 gigs. Also, when I close Minecraft, it's no longer in the taskbar, right? But it's still here until all the RAM is like empty. And boom, it's gone. Well, unless it just dropped down. But still, it's gone from here anyway. So, what is my conclusion on this nightmare of a Microsoft situation? I think they used AI to code the update. Because honestly, I'm not even surprised at this point that AI companies are using AI to try and code it for themselves. I mean, it's the same company that makes Windows, and Windows 11 recently had a problem where it started shredding SSDs lifespans because they used, I think, AI. I think they actually used AI. Are you kidding me? Why would you do that? You're a actually, are you trillion already? That's even worse if you are. Yeah, no, they very much are a multi-trillion-dollar company. And I just gotta say, what the hell? How can you be worth this much and you can't even code an update properly for Minecraft? And you're not even like... You own Mojang, and Mojang is the one that's technically working on Minecraft. But you goofed it up because Microsoft. So, yeah, we're cooked.